Hello everyone, many things have happened during the first 3 weeks of Trump 2.0. How to make sense of the changes, okay? I am based in China. In China, we have a saying that watching from distance and being detached, you can see even better than people who are involved, okay? So from a Chinese perspective, far away from the US, I think the US is undergoing two revolutions. I call it a twin evolution or twinvolution, okay? Two revolutions together, okay? So it's a little bit like the Cultural Revolution that we experienced during 1966 to 1976. What are the twin revolutions going on in the US? The first one is that under President Trump, the US is now switching from a game setter, a rule setter, to a big player. To put it in the language of ordinary people, the US is becoming a big brother, taking care of other people's business, and in the end will get a big share of the whole game, to becoming a big shark in the ocean, okay? So US is looking for after its own interest instead of being a big brother trying to take care of everybody, and then in the end everybody pays a fee to the big brother, okay? So President Trump, okay, he seems to be aggressive in trying to acquire the sovereignty of Greenland. He seems to be very aggressive in trying to acquire rare earth, the resources of rare earth from Ukraine. He seems to be very aggressive in trying to change the names of Gulf Mexico to Gulf America. Okay, but in the end, if you think about it, in the end, what President Trump has been doing is trying to put the interest of the US at the center, okay? Instead of being a big brother taking care of everybody. So this is actually, in a way, very much understandable, because the US economy used to be 40% of the world economy at the end of World War II, when the US was trying to play the role of a big brother. But now it's only 25%, so coming down from 40 to 25%. So give me an example, okay? So after the Iraqi war, okay, the US spent $1 trillion fighting the Iraqi war, including pension for the veterans, okay? Who are developing, who are rebuilding the Iraqi economy? It's not always the US companies, it's many other companies, Chinese companies, Indian companies, South African companies. They're all in Iraq, trying to rebuild Iraq, trying to make, doing business in Iraq. So in the end, the US did not really get economic benefit from invading Iraq, from getting rid of Saddam Hussein. Okay, this is a simple example to show that the US economy is not as big enough as before to benefit from the role the US has been playing, being a world police. Okay, so that's the fundamental reason for the switch, for the revolution that Trump is doing. So behind Elon Musk's drive to get rid of USAID, okay, the fundamental economic reason is that the US economy is no longer being able to benefit from changes in many other economies. The USAID was doing just like that, okay? So it's no longer in the interest of ordinary American people to have USAID to try to make changes, political changes in other countries, and therefore to get more employment, more business, more economic benefits. So that's the economic reason. The other revolution, which is also going on, is AI revolution. So technology is changing now. And the most interesting thing about this is that the young people are actually much more comfortable with this revolution. The young people are benefiting from the AI revolution much more so than the old people. And therefore, look at that, okay? Therefore, in the DOGE, it is young people who are leading the efforts of making changes. This is exactly the same as in the case of Cultural Revolution, okay? During the Cultural Revolution, it is the high school students, it is the college students who were leading the revolution to undermine, to overthrow the government on behalf of Chairman Mao, okay? So we used to have Red Guards. They are college students. They're actually junior high school students from Tsinghua affiliated high school. They call themselves Red Guards, guarding Chairman Mao. So right now in the US, there are actually, I joke, there might be people who are Trump guards, T guards, okay? Not instead of Red Guards, they're becoming T guards. Okay, you may call them Red Guards because Republicans have the color red, okay? So these are the revolutions going on in the US. For me, this is very simple, okay, very simple. We see from distance, this is what's going on in the US. What's the implication? The implication is that this twin revolution will cause further chaos, may even violence, may even bloodshed in the US. Just like in the Chinese case, during Cultural Revolution, in the early 1 or 2 years, it's all about big debates, all about the big character posters, like internet posters, okay? Then, very quickly, the Cultural Revolution evolved into national violence, chaos. Okay, Tsinghua University, we have two factions. One faction occupying one building, the other faction occupying the other building. They're trying to dug tunnels to fight against each other, much like Hamas, okay, doing in Gaza, okay? So Cultural Revolution evolved into violence. So it may not be inevitable, okay? That in the US, there are certain kinds of violence coming up in the near future. I do hope, of course, the US will go through this process in a way as smoothly as possible. But let's see, let's watch, okay? We have best wishes for better changes in the US, okay? I'm for world peace, and also I'm for progressive changes all over the world, including the US. Any comments, please leave them in the following parts, following my video.